So we've seen how to make a nominal sentence. And now we're gonna learn how you negate a nominal sense. يعني بتتكلم عن النومينال ازاي. يعني مثلا is for example, we saw the girl is beautiful. البنت حلوة. Now we're going to say the girl is not beautiful. In عامية, it's very simple. We've already done it. How do you say the girl is not beautiful?
mish.
mish.
حلوة. حلوة. Don't forget the adjective you have to adjust it, masculine, feminine. البنت مش حلوة. Exact. بالضبط. If in the Syrian dialect, how would I say it?
البنت مو حلوة.
صح يا أستاذ. البنت مو حلوة. Don't forget it. In Syrian it is مو. مش is مو. البنت مو حلوة.
رقم مشي. في المغرب مشي حلوة. مشي جميلة.
ولا
مشي two words.
مشي حلوة. اوكي. جميلة. Yeah, so I skipped for a second 10-4-1. I went to 10-4-2 because this is easy. So 10-4-2 is not in colloquial Arabic. So in all my sentences, I put mish/mu, which means you can use either, whichever you want.
Yeah.
So not bad, this is an expression. To say like not bad. مو بطال. Okay. مو بطال. Maybe it's handy to learn this. Or مش بطال. Let's say the movie is not bad. How do we say?
الفيلم مش بطال.
الفيلم مش بطال. أو الفيلم مو بطال. يعني. على فكرة. By the way, did you watch that movie on Obada? Chris did. You watched it?
نعم.
حلو إيه? You
Yeah,
liked
very
it?
nice.
Yeah.
كتير حلو.
Yeah, كتير.
بس حزين إيه? It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad but true. I can relate to him a bit at the beginning. That's how I was. But the only difference is I didn't have 2.2 million followers. And I still don't have. But
Working on it.
At least 5 you have today.
It's amazing. You went to his YouTube channel?
No.
Really? He has so many, and when he posts a video, I don't know, he gets 1 million views, I don't know, like almost 700,000 views in a few hours. And his videos are quite funny, actually. Inshallah, one day you will understand them all with subtitles, inshallah. Okay. So, we said الفيلم مش بطال. What can we say? Let's say that restaurant is not bad.
هذا مطعم مو بطال.
برافو. مو بطال. هذا المطعم مش بطال. مو بطال. Okay. Not possible. مش ممكن. Right?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
or مو ممكن. I find this quite difficult. مو ممكن. Too many مو.
ممكن.
Not fair or unbelievable. مش معقول. We've done this before, right?
Yeah.
Huh. مش معقول. Or مو معقول. Okay, and then like a full sentence like the manager is not present. المدير مش موجود. Or مو موجود. The children are not happy. الولاد مو مبسوطين. We've done مبسوط, right? So مبسوطين is the plural. Okay, so this is easy. So note that you use mu or mish if there is no verb. It's a nominal sense. Okay, because we've seen I don't have is ما عندي, right? So sometimes you use ma, sometimes you use mish or mu are always together. Okay, ma is with the verb, mish or mu is for a nominal sentence. Okay, then under it, I have a table where this is used a lot by native speakers. You don't need to use it yourself, okay? However, because you can replace all of these with mish or mu, okay? You don't need that. However, I want to make you aware of it in case you hear some Arabs saying it. So what we do is in a nominal sentence, we use that word mann with like double noon, but then we conjugate it like عندي. So like the possessive form. So I am not, like let's use the word happy. I'm not happy. And instead of saying أنا مش مبسوطة, أنا مو مبسوطة, we say أنا مني مبسوطة. أنت منك مبسوط. أنت منك مبسوطة. هو منه. So the conjugation is exactly like the possessive form, but with this verb men. No, it's not a verb, sorry. It's not a verb. It's this word men. So هو منه. هي منا. She's not here. هي منا هون. We say. نحنا منا بالبيت. We are not at home. انتو منكن تعبانين. هن منن عطشانين. Okay, so just if you hear it, just know that what it means. Okay, and you can skip it, just use mu and mish. Okay. Oh yeah, there is one on the next page. There is one example where I show you a bit. Sometimes there's a very subtle difference between mish and mennu. It's a very small difference. There is this alil means a little, باينة alil or qalil. So we have this expression مش قليل. And we mean by it that wow, that was something. مش قليل. Like let's say there were demonstrations and then the army came and killed civilians. مش قليل. Okay, it's an expression like this is serious. But if we say منه قليل, then we mean he is not you cannot underestimate him. He is not a little. He's niet باينة. يعني don't underestimate. منه قليل. Okay, so sometimes there is a small difference between mish and منه. But in general, let's say if I say المدير مش موجود, the manager is not present. Or I say المدير منه موجود, it's the same. There's no difference in meaning. Okay, في شي سؤال. That was all about the عامية. Colloquial. عندكم سؤال؟
لا لا.
Okay.
نعم.
Let's go to فصحى. 10-4-1. Is not in MSA. So نتكلم عن النوميناليزين بالفصحى. We use this word leysa. So if you're reading a text, you will never find mish in a text or mu. You will find leysa. And leysa is conjugated. And it's not a regular conjugation. Okay, so let me share my whiteboard with you and explain a bit later. Leysa. Leysa is conjugated as a verb, as a regular verb. Okay, we haven't, yeah, like the verbs we've done before, to study, to work, to whatever. Okay, but it's conjugated in the past tense. Although it does mean, leysa means is not. How do you conjugate it? In the third person, so that's huwa, hiya, and hum, the root remains complete. So huwa, leysa. Huwa, in the past tense, it's always the root. You don't need to change it at all. Huwa, leysa. Here, we keep the root complete, leysa, but we add the suffix, leysat. So let's say the extra here is the ta for here. So how would you translate huwa leysa?
He is not.
He's not.
Hiya leysat.
She is not.
She is not. Hum, the plural, is leysu. There is an extra alif at the end, but it's a silent alif. You don't pronounce it. So you read this as leysu. And it means, you translate it to what?
Zij zijn niet.
They are not.
They are not.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Malish, it's okay, you can say it like that. Okay, so the third person, we've done now the third person. So huwa, hiya, hum. Now let's go back to ana, anta, this first and the second persons. Ana, anta. For the rest, for the first and the second persons, anta, anti, the ya of leysa is dropped. So it becomes less without the ya, less. And then we add the suffix, which is to. So I am not بالفصحى is أنا لست. Same thing for أنت and أنتِ. The root is without ya. Again, less and less. And then we add أنت لست less أنتِ لست. Someone has a lot of noise around. Maybe you should mute. أنا لست أنت لست أنتِ لست. You see the difference between these and these? These have ya, and the first and second person doesn't have ya. And finally, we have the plurals, which is the first person plural is نحن. Again, same thing, less, no ya, less. And the suffix is na. أنتم
لستم
صح, less, and the suffix is tum. So أنتم لستم. هم. Oh no, home we did. Home is here. Remember, home it's the third person. It doesn't خلاص. Let's remove this. Okay, these are the main pronouns. However, in Fusha, there are more. There is the dual, which means two persons, and there is the plural feminine. Okay, let's do these. The dual is, you have in the third person you have huma. Okay, this is hum is they, huma is the two of them. And then it is leis with ya, leis. And the suffix is just an alif, leysa. We've seen this form, you know where we've seen this in a text somewhere. You remember? Anyone knows where we've seen the dual form? Bravo.
الأرنبي.
Sami wa Mimi. We said أرنبان صغيران اسمهما. Remember? اسمهما Sami wa Mimi. We said أباهما, their father.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the dual form and of the third person. And we have one in the plurals, Yulitvei, so the two of you. أنتم ما. It's exactly like this, but with an alif. Same here. It's exactly home with alif. Antum with alif. Antuma. So, like, keep in mind that when a pronoun or a verb finishes with a or ani, then it's about two people. Antuma, less, and it takes the same here. Antum lestum. It has the same logic. Antuma, what do you think is the suffix?
Intuna.
Lestuma. Exactly, it ends like this. Lestuma. Then there is Antunna. No. Antunna, which means you, plural feminine. Julifrau. It means if we're talking only about a group of girls with not one guy among them, that's Antunna. Less. And it finishes also like here. It takes this as the ending. What would my suffix be?
Tuna.
Lestunna. صح. Yeah, so when you hear unna, it means it's a plural, feminine plural. And finally, we have also hunna, also a plural feminine, but that's you and that's they. Yuli, they. Hunna, less, no. The most important thing for you guys is to know that when you come across these in a text, or maybe you're listening to Al Jazeera, to the news, you will hear it, or you will read it in a text, then you need to know that you translate this to is not. He is not. Let's do these. نحن لسنا. Okay, maybe repeat it after me, and then we translate it. نحن لسنا.
Lesna.
And what does it mean?
We are not.
We are not.
أنتم لستم.
Antum
Lestum.
They are not.
You
You
are
are not.
Yeah, يعني يولي in Dutch. أنتما لستما. Notice the stress is at the end. أنتما لستما.
Emtuma.
Lestuma.
Ma.
You are not.
You are not.
Translated, the two of you.
You two are not. Yeah.
The two of you are not.
The two of you are not.
أنتن لستن.
Antunna
Antunna
Lestuna.
That is,
You women are not.
you women are not. صح.
You what?
You women.
Oh, so.
You women.
You women.
You guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women.
And hunna lesna.
Lesna. They are not.
They are not.
They women. They women are not. Okay. Okay, so all of this, we replace it in dialect with mish.
Now I understand why you teach dialect. Yeah.
So you see now, every time you understand more and more why most people use dialect to speak.
Mhm.
Let's look in our book. There are two examples in 10.4.1. The manager is not present. ليس المدير موجودا. So we started with leysa. This is more common in Fusha. So in Fusha it's translated as is not the manager present.
Where are you?
Okay, it's that you have the leysa under leysa in 10.4.1.
Oh yeah. Leysa. Yeah.
Under leysa. You found it?
Nee.
10.4.1.
Ja.
Je hebt leysa, toch? 2 tabellen met leysa. Onder. Je hebt twee zinnen.
Ah ja.
Okay.
Ja, Sophie.
The manager is not present. ليس المدير موجودا. So we started with is not the manager present. This style is more common in Fusha, to start with leysa followed by the subject. However, if the sentence was المدير ليس موجودا, that's also okay. The students are not here. Here I put it in another. I started with the subject to show you that this is also possible. الطلاب ليسوا هنا. The students are not here. So don't forget this alif of leysu. This one is a silent alif, like we've seen here. ماشي? Any questions? سؤال?
لا شكرا.
Okay. So 10.4.3 10.4.3 صفحة 112. So there is no. So we've seen now, we've seen is not. But now we want to see how do we say there is no. There, how do you say there is بالعامية?
هناك.
في. صح.
بالعامية. Yeah.
في. There is no is
ما في.
ما في.
في.
As simple as that. بالعامية. في لا ما في. في درس الأسبوع الجاي؟ لا ما في درس الأسبوع الجاي. But it's not true. I think there is. Okay. 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 Let's do it then in Fusha. Or no. First, let's read the examples in Amiya. So at the bottom of the page, the last table, there is no problem. Okay, let's read it all together.
ما في مشكلة.
ما في مشكلة. There is no one.
ما في
ما
حدا.
في حدا.
ما في حدا. So hada, we say hadan. It means, that means someone. Okay? But it becomes no one because of the ma. ما في حدا. So there is no someone, okay? Which means there is no one. Okay, there are no restaurants in this area. ما
ما في
ما في
مطعم
مطعم
في هاي
I
بهيدا
بهاي
Hey, you can change it to بهاي
بهاي
المنطقة.
المنسك
Okay, it is
منطقة
so, منطقة.
منطقة
منطفى
ما في
بهاي
مطاعم بهاي المنطقة. So the word for restaurants, this is a plural. It is مطاعم.
مطعم.
منطاحن
مطاعم. That's the plural of مطعم. And area or region or anything like this is منطقة. منطقة. Okay. So ما في مطعم. There are no restaurants. There is no difference between this and that. ما
في فرق بين هذا وذاك
وهيداك.
So ما في فرق. There is
ما
no
في فرق
ما في فرق. There is no time for jokes. ما في
وقت المزح
المزح
للمزح. So المزح
المزح
means joking actually. Okay, ما في وقت للمزح. So these are very handy sentences, okay? The examples, usually I choose handy sentences to learn. So when you're studying, read the examples and try to learn them. This was, there is no بالعامية. Now, بالفصحى. Remember how there is بالفصحى, how was it?
ليش؟
لا, there is.
ليسا.
Sorry? لا, في is عامية.
هناك
هناك.
of يوجد
يوجد. صح. يوجد and هناك. This was there is. So how do we negate هناك and يوجد? There is no is, we use leysa. هناك. ليس هناك. And with يوجد, يوجد is a real verb. Okay, so then I don't use ليس, I use لا. لا يوجد. So let's look at the examples. There is nobody بالفصحى. ليس هناك أحد. أحداً. Okay, let's all say it together.
ليس
ليس
هناك
هناك أحد
أحد.
Or with يوجد لا
لا
لا يوجد
يوجد
أحد
أحد.
أحد.
No, there are no restaurants in this area.
ليس
ليس
هناك
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 مطعم في هذه
هذه
منطقة
المنطقة.
المنطقة.
منطقة.
منطقة
So again, restaurants. مطاعم.
مطاعم
مطعم.
مطاعم
مطاعم.
مطاعم.
And in فسحة it is هذه. هذه
هذه
المنطقة.
المنطقة
منطقة.
المنطقة
Let's read it one more time properly.
ليس هناك
ليس
ليس
هناك
هناك
مطاعم
مطاعم
في هذه
المنطقة
المنطقة.
So again, you will not use this when you speak. You will just need to translate it to English or Dutch if you come across it. And that's it for the negation of a nominal sentence. Okay?